Okay, so now we are going to look at something called a mutually exclusive event. And I know it says it on the bottom, so like I'm spoiler alert here, but you're going to kind of see in a hurry sort of like what I'm talking about. So let's just look at these examples. To remind ourselves, we have our formula, right? Our P of A plus P of B, and then you subtract the intersection, right? The P of A and B, right? So it says two dice are rolled, and they show you all the different possibilities of what it could be, right? What is the probability that doubles are rolled or that the sum is 9? Okay, so let's do doubles first. So we're gonna make a key and we're gonna say this is doubles. It's red. All right, and so here's a double, 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 here's a double. All right. So how many doubles do we have? We have six, right? So we've got six. So the probability of doubles is 6 out of 30, right? So now let's do 9, all right? So I'm gonna use this for nines, all right? And so how many ways are there to get 9? Well, if you go down here, this is going to be a largest sum here. So this goes up to 7, this goes up to 8, so nothing in here. And then 9, so we've got one here, we've got one here because that's 10, so there's 9, and then 9 is right here, and then 9 is right here. So you have 4 different ways to get 9, right? So you have 4 out of, and I said 36, it should be 36. It's not 30, it's 36 because it's 6, right? Six in a column, 6 in a row. So 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, now where do they intersect, right? And so that's what we got to figure out is what is the probability of double and 9? Well, if you think about it, what happens when you double a number? Well, when you double a number, it's the same as multiplying it by 2. And what we know about anything that's a multiple of 2 is that it's an even number. 9 is not an even number. 9 is an odd number. So these two will never intersect. And if you look at your picture, you can see that, right? These are all red and these are green and they never share, right? They never share with each other. So the probability of this, when you figure out your probability of D and 9, it's 0. 0 out of 36, right? So that kind of makes this a little easier. So then when you plug in to your formula here, you have 6 out of 36 plus 4 out of 36 minus 0, right? So you get 10/36, which is the same as 5/18, which is, if I turn on the calculator, 5 divided by 18 is 0.27 repeating, or approximately 28%. Okay. So this is called a mutually exclusive event. So it's an event mutually exclusive basically means that there's no intersection. And if that word doesn't mean anything to you, then you can just use overlap. There's no overlap. There's no area where you're going to have shared numbers. And this carnival game is kind of another example of that. All right. It says you win the ring toss, you receive a stuffed animal. Cool. If the stuffed animal is selected at random from among 15 puppies, 16 kittens, 14 frogs, 25 snakes, and 10 unicorns, what's the probability that a winner receives one of these three special things? So I know for a fact that there's 80 different animals, and I know this because I've done this problem already. All right, so there's 80 animals. So if you want to find the probability of a puppy, right, that would be 15 out of 80. The probability of a kitten would be 16 out of 80, and I'm just reading this right off here, so that's 16. And then the probability of a unicorn, love that they have unicorns, it's 10 out of 80, right? 10 out of 80. And so where do these intersect? Well, you can't select a puppy kitten or a kitten unicorn or a puppy unicorn, or right? You can only select one. So again, your intersection, so I'll say the probability of like getting them all is none, right? So for this one, again, following the formula, you go 15, right? That plus 16 over 80. Sorry, I didn't say 15 over 80. Plus 16 over 80 plus 10 over 80. So, and then we're going to subtract 0, which does nothing, right? And so you get 31, 41 out of 80, all right? And so if we divide that, you go 41 divided by 80, and you get 0.5125, approximately 51%. All right, so good probability that you're going to get one of those things. All right, so hope this helps. We'll stop the video here, and we'll see you in the homework video.